David Lynch has passed. I started crying about it right away. I went to a diner and ordered a slice of cherry pie and a coffee. I started crying again as the waitress walked away. I started crying again when someone came by and topped off my coffee. At Christmas, I went to a midnight mass with my mom. I always liked the candlelight vigil when I was a kid, and I won't get real into it, but it was real sad. They got so much going for them, Catholics. So much Gothic design and mystical metered language, and still can't get the engine to turn over. There was no God in that building. I think art is a religion, the gospel of the big joke, the most deeply and inherently Protestant faith. It is revelation and salvation. Bear witness to the essential and eternal divine. Worship daily. So one of the saints has gone back to the angelic realm. As a being still rooted here in this world, I cannot pretend to not feel the loss. Another loss. Perhaps one abstract enough from the ruined lives and homes that I'm allowed to cry for it. I often think of my grandma, who told me as a single mother and business executive in a man's world in the 70s, she would go to the movies because it was the only place she could cry. Or Ethan Hawke talking about how poems don't mean much until you really experience heartbreak, real loss, and suddenly this tool exists you never needed before. A spiritual crowbar for your guarded and stuck heart. I've always felt the thing that makes me cry instantly is the sense that I'm in the presence of something true. Capital T, true. What makes something, capital T, true? I don't know. Who cares? But when it happens, you're in the presence of God. I think David Lynch lived in that truth so completely, it didn't have to make him cry all the time. Maybe he did cry all the time, I don't know. I just saw clips of him sometimes, but he seemed to be past the understanding of the true thing to the zone where it didn't hit him in the eyeballs like that. He was living in the endless joy of creation, just swimming in capital T truth. Like, remember that clip of him in the back of the car heading somewhere, and he says, I've just had 2 Cokes, two cookies and a Coke. It's just phenomenal. Communion. I opened his book, Catching the Big Fish, to a random page because my religious practice involves a good amount of bibliomancy. The big joke provided me with a punchline once again. The page header read, "The continuing story." It starts like this. I love going into another world, and I love mysteries. So I don't really like to know very much ahead of time. I like the feeling of discovery. I think that's one of the great things about a continuing story, that you can go in and go deeper and deeper and deeper. You begin to feel the mystery, and things start coming. Thank you, David. We'll miss you.